Over a decade ago, in 2013, players were navigating the streets of Los Santos for the very first time. Back then, simply escaping a few police cars felt like a high-stakes thriller. But after billions of hours logged globally, players have mapped every alleyway and exploited every mechanic. The environment is solved, and the original tension has evaporated. Today, a standard player loadout includes weaponized personal vehicles, flying motorcycles, and heavy armor. Veterans can simply press a button, summon a hovering tank, and bypass the game's standard law enforcement AI entirely. To re-inject stakes into the world, players use artificial scarcity. By stripping away these modern advantages and locking themselves out of the standard safety nets, they force the game to become a source of genuine pressure again. This specific stress test requires surviving a relentless 30-minute pursuit with a permanent, maximum 5-star wanted level. The rules for this run are uncompromising. There are no personal weapons and no specialized loadouts. Every vehicle used must be stolen directly from civilian traffic. If one of those stolen cars takes terminal damage, that specific model is banned for the rest of the 30 minutes. The challenge functions as a rigid stress test of the game's law enforcement AI and a study in managing a rapidly depleting pool of resources. The 30-minute clock starts the moment the player triggers maximum police aggression, turning the environment hostile instantly. High-speed sports cars are a massive liability in this environment. The illusion of speed is quickly shattered when a $1 million supercar slams into an armored police barricade and catches fire, removing it permanently. This rapid degradation of vehicles forces a shift in priorities. The player moves from high-end performance cars to hijacking a slow civilian taxi just to maintain forward momentum and avoid arrest. Survival under these conditions relies on stealing the police's own tactical SUVs and using their specialized armor to withstand the escalating gunfire. This graph illustrates the mechanical reality. Vehicle health plummeting over time under continuous 5-star gunfire forces a transition to a new, slower vehicle, where the health bar starts again at a lower peak. Success in this phase depends on a desperate, on-the-fly resource replacement economy, where durability is more valuable than top speed. 10 minutes into the run, a new restriction maintains the pressure. All access to the high-speed freeway system is banned. This map demonstrates topographical bottlenecking. Banning perimeter highways forces action into the dense city grid, shrinking available space. Zooming in on a single intersection shows the AI's response. The system simultaneously spawns law enforcement blips at all 4 exit routes, trapping the player against dense traffic. Within these tight city blocks, the player must execute high-risk physics maneuvers, relying on blind stunt jumps through narrow, cluttered alleyways, in order to violently break through the AI's heavily fortified containment lines. Removing the freeway forces the player into a brutal, close-quarters puzzle, where the only way to survive is outsmarting the urban grid itself. With 5 minutes remaining on the clock, the player forces one final escalation. They must extract directly through the gates of Fort Zancudo. This schematic highlights the jump in lethality. While a standard police cruiser has a narrow cone of threat, the military base deploys tanks with a devastating 360-degree targeting radius capable of instant kills. The final countdown is defined by a sense of claustrophobia. The player is trapped in a critically damaged vehicle, swarmed by city police from behind and military soldiers from the front. After dodging a continuous barrage of heavy fire, the player weaves through the final wave of armor, surviving the gauntlet as the timer strikes 0. Engineering these rigid constraints reveals the hidden depth still available in a decade-old sandbox, generating a high-stakes narrative using nothing but the game's existing AI and the player's own rules. Now we want to hear your ideas for the next stress test. Tell us in the comments what handicap we should apply next. Surviving 5 stars using only motorcycles, navigating without a minimap, or attempting a complete cross-map run without a single crash.